after this move, the Islanders really only have one guy left to sign, and that's Maxim Tsyplakov. And he filed for arbitration. That usually happens end of July, early August. I don't know if we'll get to that point. It's rare in the NHL. It's happened. I believe the last one was Ryan Strome for the Islanders. Someone correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I wouldn't put it past myself if I was wrong on this one. But for me, I think the most likely outcome here is over the next little bit, we'll see a contract come in because the qualifying offer, he could only get a 1-year deal on that. And tonight we saw, I was just looking down at my phone just a few minutes before I started recording, the Utah Mammoth and McBain, avoided arbitration and they signed a 5-year, $4.25 million contract. So I don't think Maxim Tsyplakov is going to get 5 years, but he might not just get the 1 year. I think, we saw Simon Holmstrom get a 2-year contract. I think you're probably going to get something similar for Maxim Tsyplakov, maybe 2 years and somewhere between $2 and $3 million. There was a report during the season from Maxim Tsyplakov's agent that he was seeking $3 million. I don't know if it gets up that high. It could. They have the room for it. They'd have about $900,000 remaining if that was the case, but it might come in just a little bit lower than that. Maybe two and a quarter, somewhere around there. And, for what he gave you a year ago, he was okay. I know the goal scoring wasn't probably where we wanted it to be, especially with how he came over from the KHL, but I'm pulling up his numbers now to reference, for a first season in the NHL. He's a little bit older at 26 last year. He had 35 points. He had 10 goals and 25 assists. And, I would bet that his goal numbers go up this year. I think he does have a chance to be, depending on his role, maybe a 40-point player. But even if you sign him for anything less than $3 million and he's giving you 35 points, maybe the goals go up and the assists go down. That's useful. You need guys like that. And yes, Tsyplakov has a lot of frustrating penalties. He does. But that's someone else who proved that he can play at this level and serve a purpose in, I would assume, bottom six, but I'm not going to cap that at his potential. I do understand when people think that, he could play a top six role. I'm not ready to anoint that right now, but we'll see.
If you like that, make sure to subscribe to Up the Turnpike on Patreon for more exclusive New York Islanders content.